We want to make that emergency phone call, that very important phone call, that long talk we're going to have with our loved ones. What do? We turn to our landlines. Well, this is a landline that comes from one of the global leaders in home phones, and it has all of the features that you want, including automatically blocking robocalls, including manually blocking 1,000 numbers, all of those spam calls, scam calls, all of those that are trying to trick you to get you on the phone, to get you or your mom or your grandma's credit card number. You can immediately block those. Really large keypad, easy to see numbers, illuminated screen, and you can answer and speak hands-free if you like. So not only are you getting the base with the corded phone, right? So you can put that kind of in the main room. You are getting 3 of the cordless handhelds with their bases, then put one in the kitchen. Put one in the crafting room, maybe put one in the bedroom. Now you're not running to answer the phone when it rings. This is the latest from Panasonic, and it's under $100 today, $99.99 for 4 of the phones with all of the features that you want. It's on free shipping and handling today. It's on an extra flexible payment, so $25 means we ship it out to you. You just choose whether you want the rose gold, right? You can see the lining here on these, and you can see the rose gold here, or down in the front there, we have these in silver. Our electronics contributor, Lori Leland, is joining us here this morning. Lori, so glad to have you back on HSN today. Good morning.
Hi, Ty. Great to see you. And this is Panasonic, so #1 top global leader when it comes to home phones. You're right. If you're working from home or you have kids at home, you need to have a home landline. I was trying to talk to my girlfriend, Helen Keeney, the other day. We were cell phone to cell phone, and we sounded like robots. I'm like, girl, you got to call me from your landline onto my Panasonics. And then we had that crystal clear call. But these are loaded. So you are getting that one handset system. This is the one that plugs into the phone jack. And then the 1, 2, 3 handsets can go anywhere in your home because they have these great little charging bases that are so small, don't take up any space. The handsets are loaded. I love the fact that I don't have to worry or rely on my cell phone signal when I'm in my home, because with this, you're getting that crystal clear call every time. And you said it, Ty, big backlit screens, nearly 2 inches here. All the command and dial keys are backlit and glowing, so you can always see if you have dimmed lights in the evening, you can see who's calling in, you can see to call out. And then on this one, I love the giant, nearly 3.5-inch backlit screen. So this is a system you can see and hear. And then you said it, some of the most robust call blocking we have ever offered on any of our systems, Ty. And if you think about one of the things that drives us crazy about our home phones, I love my home phone, but I am so sick of the telemarketers, the scam callers, people calling in trying to get personal information. They do it to my mom and dad. My mom's a little bit older. She's savvy, but it always makes me nervous. She's going to be taken advantage of. With this, someone's asking you a bunch of questions, or they're trying to get at your private information, or they want to give you a survey. Who's got time for that? All you do is tap that call blocking button right there, the big red one. It's on every handset, and then 1,000 names and numbers can be blocked. That is quadruple the number that we had on our previous set. And Ty, those people can never get through to you ever again in your home. And then you mentioned it, the robocall blocking. This is something that you can either turn on or turn off. And by the way, if you have friends and loved ones, mom and dad, kids, doctors, whoever calls you all the time, you can add them to a safe list so that they don't have to go through the screening process. But when someone calls you, and I'm going to go ahead and use this cell phone to call these home phones right here. So I'm calling, and this phone is ringing, but these home phones in my home are not.
Please press 1 to connect your call.
So the person calling you is getting instructions that they have to then go into their keypad and be able to press a designated number. So as soon as that person presses that number, then the call comes through to you.
Right.
So the beautiful thing about that is, you know that 100% of the phone calls coming into your home are all live human beings, because a robot is not going to be able to press that button and get through that screening process. So this is a great way to restore the peace in your home, and yet have an awesome way to be connected to loved ones.
That's great, because you know what used to happen? I remember back when my dad, I got him a home phone because he didn't want to deal with cell phone. I'm going to call you, Dad. I'm going to call you, every Tuesday. I would call him and he would never pick up. You know what he said? He said, well, I had to turn the ringer off, because I had so many robocalls coming in and scam calls. I turned it off. Then I couldn't get to him. I couldn't reach him, right? So now, if you're gifting this phone, mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, so you can have those great conversations with great clarity of sound and voice, now you know they won't be disturbed by a robocall. If someone tries to scam, you can block them. Now those calls are blocked. They won't be running from the other room to the kitchen to grab it because they only have one phone. These phones are spread around. Easy to make these phone calls, easy to block a caller that you don't want. For $100, it is that complete set from one of the global leaders in home phones from Panasonic with all of the features that you want that are easy to use, easy to see. Also, hands-free answering, hands-free talking, right, to make that even easier for the loved one that you're giving this to. And also, Lori, I want to ask you about, because reading in my notes, I saw a couple things that I thought were really interesting. One was there is a baby monitor mode on this, and the other was backup battery that you're seeing right there. These are really high-end features. Maybe you can tell us a little more about those.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned the fact that you can actually answer this phone with your voice.
Right.
So you can set it to answer. So when it's ringing in, you can say answer call and it goes straight to speakerphone. So that's awesome for anyone that with dexterity issues in your life. So I wanted to touch on that. This will also record calls if you want. There's a simple and easy button that you press when you want to record a call. And if there's a scam caller, or maybe it's a doctor giving you information and you want to be able to record it, it just says on the line recording call. So Ty, if it's a scammer, I think they're going to hang up because they don't want to be recorded, right? Anybody else I think is not going to mind. But yeah, you said it. So all kinds of additional things that you can do as well. Pop in 2 AAA batteries right underneath the main base. And that's going to give you up to 7 hours of battery backup in inclement weather when you have that landline at home. So we all know when the power goes out, that's when we need to keep in touch with our loved ones, potentially emergency services, whatever the case is. When you have home phones, it's going to be able to keep you connected. This even has a really, really cool feature that is background noise. So it gets rid of your background noise. So if someone is calling you from the airport, as an example, and they're announcing gates in the background, you're not going to hear that on your end.
Oh, wow.
So that's another cool feature. What is the other one you wanted to talk about?
Oh, baby monitor? I saw it said baby monitor. Yeah.
Yep. So you just go in your menu right here. This is actually a sound detector. So it's kind of a baby monitor and it's kind of a home security type of feature. So I'm simply going to turn it on right here. I love this because if you are kind of outgrowing your baby monitors in your home, like we have outgrown ours stopped working years ago. It was like $200, so we never replaced it. But we like to hear our son in the morning in our room. So you can set this system when it hears sound to call you on any of the other handsets. You can simply pick up and listen into the room where this is sitting for as long as you want.
Oh,
you can even set this system to call you on your cell phone. So you can actually listen into your home from away from home if there are workers coming in. So this is sort of like a home security feature that connects you to your house.
That's amazing.
Even when you're away from home, you could hear in and see what's going on with those sons of yours when you're not at the house.
It's true. You know, it's funny because we think about landlines and we kind of think about landlines from 20 years ago, right? This is, as I say, this is not your dad's landline. This is the one with all of the features that can connect you and do all of these things. And today, if you don't have the HSN card, we'll give you $20. You open an HSN card today, we'll put $20 in your account. Take a quick look at your screen. You're going to see the phone number that you can call, 1-800-695-1418. If you don't have the HSN card, open up a new card. We give you $20. Now this complete set is $79.99. That card is great. Okay, so we have a couple of colors. Let me show you. I know things are getting very busy here. So rose gold is up here. You see the rose gold on here, around the screen here and on the lining, and then down here is our silver. You can get these in one of these 2 colors. It's 712-749. It is on free shipping and handling. It is on an extra flexible payment. So today all you're putting down is $25 to get this home, set it up in your home. We're going to cover the shipping and handling on that because we talk about cell phones a lot. And cell phones, yes, are a part of our life, and they're great when we're out and about and we can stay connected. But most of us, Lori, I would say everyone has a story where they have their cell phone and it doesn't work in the back room. It doesn't work in the front room. They can't get reception here or there. I lived in a house recently where I literally had to go in my backyard around the corner to get a clear, like if I had a very clear a call, like a work call, and I really needed to hear, I had to go outside around the corner, right? You don't have to do that anymore.
Yes.
So it may not be today or tomorrow that you really need that important emergency call, but when you do, you have the latest technology from Panasonic, one of the global leaders. So I know we talk, Lori, about our cell phones a lot, but being at home, this is the best way to take a phone call.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm with you. I literally have to have my cheek pressed up against the window in my living room like this,
Right.
to be able to answer the call. Like, it's crazy. Our signal here at the house is not great. So to be able to have that landline means I have reliability. We can stay connected if you're working from home or just want to talk to loved ones. This is going to be the ultimate system. It has an intercom. So if you want to get a hold of your kids and you want to tell them it's dinner time, you do not have to yell down the hallway, hey, everybody, it's dinner time, which is so uncivilized, right? You simply tap, you can ring one of the handsets or all of them. So totally up to you, but a really easy way to intercom. The battery too. So a lot of folks get Panasonic home phones and they have them for decades because they're so good and they're so feature packed, but the batteries eventually start to wear down. So you're getting brand new fresh batteries here, 13 hours of nonstop talk time and 12 days of standby. So if you've got a busy, bustling household and not everyone gets the phones back on all of the charging bases, you can go nearly 2 weeks and these are going to maintain a charge. So it really is nice to have a great way to be able to communicate in your home. And then let me show you that record function real quick. So here's the loudspeaker phone, and then I can touch